Well, that does it. Randomized Network has reverted back to their old styling era. Randomized Network is a Randomation channel owned by Tajmir Media Communications and Randomation Cartoon Studios. Now, Randomized Network is summed up in a few ways. It's made for old school cartoons and old school live action shows, recycled Nick Jr., Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and other kids channel shows, and also made for a good family channel base. Now, I'm pretty sure people watched my Randomized Network videos because they were going like over the top ever since I first started Randomized Network. But hey, ever since I moved my Randomized Network videos, new of them, to my live TV channel, it seems that I didn't make a good known history about it. Now, let's dive on in to where and how Randomized Network got there to a good future. So, back in the 2000s and 1990s, Randomized Network was launched in 1992 as a block on a recently launched Random Fan Network. Randomized Network is aimed at the randomators who watch great classic Hanna-Barbera shows and randomated shows like The Jetsons, Top Cat, Scooby-Doo, and many more. It stayed as a block on the Random Fan Network, changing schedules like how Boomerang did throughout the 90s, but unfortunately it didn't last long because recently in 1996 the block was renamed to the Random Fan Kids, and so all Nick Jr. programming from the main Nickelodeon channel were moved to that network. Also, since the Random Fan Network is aimed at the same demographic as Nickelodeon, it was actually the Random Fan Network was created the Random Fan Network. It was only just Nickelodeon, not Cartoon Network or others. Eventually, Randomized Network did eventually in 1997 or 1998, it was announced that the Random Fan Network would be discontinued to Land Down Under. Some of the international feed of the Random Fan Network would be replaced and would be rebranded as Random RS Network, the one everyone's more familiar with. And soon later in 2000, on November 1st of 2000, we see the poor old Random Fan Network being discontinued after an airing of Arthur, and 1.5 hour later was replaced by Random RS Network. The Random RS Network channel launched on November 1st, 2000. It airs lots of shows that are from Boomerang, Cartoon Network, and many more. Random RS Network aired Animaniacs, Tiny Toon Adventures, Special Dream Mysteries, Huckleberry Hound, it airs G.I. Joe and American Hero, Pirates of Dark Water, Hoorah, Teletubbies, Degrassi the Next Generation, Radio Free Roscoe, Spunk, and many more. It also aired many of the same programming from the past channels preceded had embraced. And later on, later in the near 2010s, Random RS Network struck a deal with the CW and struck a deal with My Network TV to make a Saturday morning block solely for kids. And so in 2014, Vortex on the CW was discontinued and was replaced by Random RS on the CW. Well, the division of this, to sum all this up, some CW affiliates don't want to air it because of their Saturday morning schedules. And also, yeah, some CW affiliates are acting just like how Fox affiliates are. when they don't want to air 4Kids TV. Same goes to My Network TV affiliates, too. Later in 2016, a one-hour weekday afternoon and weekday morning randomized network block were added, and the Saturday morning block was extended from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Also around 2016, randomized network had its old school era, which is very popular at the time. In 2017, the 4Kids Entertainment or Funimation English dub of One Piece was added to the randomized network lineup, and other preschool programs were added to the lineup too. They were massive hits from Nick Jr. and 4Kids TV and others, and it caused randomized network to overtake its competitors in ratings. Other children's anime like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Mega Man MT Warrior, Sailor Moon, Beautiful Joe, and many more later found their way onto randomized network. And that wasn't all. Later in 2018, the Randomized Network Saturday morning lineup was rebranded as Randomation Action on Randomized Network, as it's filling up the legacy of Boomerang Action, an action adventure block. So Randomized Network had these so great called blocks like Randomized Network's Pick of the Week, Randomation Action adventure genre cartoons, which that aired on Cartoon Network and Boomerang in years past, and many more. So yeah, Randomized Network was the main hub for Randomation cartoons. And it had this slogan, Randomized Network, where randomated shows come alive. That's when that slogan came. But unfortunately, this replaced Randomized Network. Old school cartoons. The main street hub of old school cartoons. Randomized Network stayed that way in old school bumpers until 2020, when everything began to die out completely. Randomized Network was starting to go down in ratings because they recently added Baby Shark and Pink Phone. Randomized Network was almost solely to become Nick Jr. too because some properties from Smart Study don't belong on there. Also, recently, Tajmir Network had a brand new resurgence in high-rail ratings with the rail resurgence for the middle of 2020. Randomized Network's ratings were going down in a free fall. The rated-play formula wasn't working because recently, as stated by Randomized Network president, which we don't know of, made this clear because Randomized Network should be advertising Nick Jr. So they had this idea with weekdays and weekends and weekdays. We are always ready to play in Cartoon City, all in one place. Randomized Network. That's when the announcer said, "That's right, Skippy. Every weekend and weekday, we show classic cartoons, preschool programming, and video games and cartoons from other companies. We are always ready to play with our friends in Cartoon City here on Randomized Network." And this caused some old school cartoons on Randomized Network to air really extremely too early during Randomized at night, which caused the demographic to be aimed at younger children. Also, on April 29, 2020, Randomized Network had a blog called Baby Shark's Undersea Adventures, which is now renamed to Randomized Network's Undersea Adventures. This blog airs shows that are Undersea Adventures topic, which are fan-made shows like Feeding Frenzy, the animated series, Feeding Frenzy 2 Shipwreck Showdown, the animated series, these Paw Patrol, Sea Patrol Adventures, One Piece, many more. It also included Baby Shark Brooklyn, and soon later, everything went bad down. So, not only Randomized Network is slowly becoming Nick Jr. 2, it's starting to have some bad ratings. And by the middle of the day, the channel's ratings were down 29% from 2019. It's not only that, the CW and Cartoon Network announced that they would be discontinuing their Randomized Network programming blocks because of the response to what is going on. They replaced them with new programming blocks. Randomized Network wasn't the same anymore ever since 2017 because when Random Mars Network had old school bumpers and many more, they were like the Main Street hub of Random Mars Network. It's where it's the main street of classic cartoons, modern cartoons, and all cartoons collide. And now, from last year 2020, Random Mars went into a whole new set of direction and brought in and put in Baby Shark music videos and put many more. It sounds like the Nick Jr. sound kind of niche. But soon, eventually, Random Mars Network on Tajmir Network was discontinued and was 1 week later replaced by Tajmir Jr. on Tajmir Network, thanks to a help from Local Fan 2003, which is now renamed to Polarmon 2003. And later on, when Random Mars Network still is on a hang tight of being demised, everyone thought it was a good idea. Somebody thought it was a good idea to rebrand Random Mars Network as Tajmir Network Extra Dimension. It's not the same. And lately, it was about time Tajmir Media decided to bring back Random Mars Network in February 2021. After Random Mars Network was completely brought back, Random Mars Network is doing the same dang crap again. And soon, eventually, when March 2021 comes, Tajmir Media publicly announced that Baby Shark will be discontinued on Random Mars Network and would be continuing in reruns of its music videos exclusively on the Mouse Small 61 CTV just for kids. Even Pink Fun would skip Tajmir Network and would premiere on the Mouse Small 61 network. Since, here it is, the Mouse Small 61 CTV just for kids. The awesome ready-to-play hub of awesome cartoons, which are for rated TVY7 and TVY content. So what they're trying to say is that the Mouse Small 61 CTV just for kids is the best place to watch preschool cartoons for 2 to 7 age demographic. So after Baby Shark was moved to the Mouse Small 61 CTV just for kids, Random Mars Network rebranded back to their old school bumpers. And also bought a new substantial brand new bumpers. And also the scheduling of Random Mars Network is back to the old school stuff. And the demographic is now made back to the Randomators demographic again. It's known that Random Mars Network is no longer being ready to play anymore. I think the ready to play wackiness is actually being toned down this time. So, yeah. And later, as for the state of Random Mars Network from 2020, some people said that it is hit and miss. But yes, we still got good shows on Random Mars, like Odd Squad, Martha Speaks, Curious George, and the also show exclusively the Go Animate House. But then you have some characters and shows that are not that great, according to some people, like Baby Shark's Big Show, Nature Cat, Wild Kratts, and Ready Jet Go. And of course, you have Random Mars Network's Randomation Awards, whatever the hell that means, and whatever to say is the Times of Friends reboot, which is about to be premiering on Random Mars Network later this year, but was pulled straight from the channel, which is, how can I put this politely? God awful! Ugh. I'm pretty sure some people will like the shows. I mean, my opinion about Baby Shark's Big Show is very awesome. Because it's good, in my opinion. I rebranded Random Mars Network because I despise the way to play in cartoon because it's like Nick Jr. in reality now. I despise adding Baby Shark and Random Mars Network because it's horrible in reality. Like I said, the Mouse 161 is now in the hands of Baby Shark now. No, not the main channel, the CTV Just for Kids block. So, lately, the Mouse 161 yanked the Baby Shark franchise from Random Mars Network and premiered it on the Mouse 161 CTV Just for Kids. as of late. Tajmir Network and the Mouse 161 Network separated their junior content relatively from the main channel Bread and Butter and still continue their preschool blocks while their demographic is in school. Just like how Disney and Nick invested their junior content to their full-fledged separate channels separately from their main channel Bread and Butter and still continue their daytime programming blocks while their main demographic are in school. But soon, Random Arts Network will be having a massive backlash. It's like what happened. Random Arts Network learned it the hard way with their backlash from a kids base with a daring to grand Julius Jr. starting as a Tajmir Network programming and now in Random Arts Network programming, and they're still airing it on Random Arts Airtime early on. And soon lately it was pulled straight from the channel because the show was most widely been panned. I wouldn't be surprised if Random Arts Network will stay this way, called Random Arts Network, the great generation of old school shows. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about Random Arts Network for today? Do you think it's good back in the 2010s? What do you think Tajmir Media could have done so that way it would stay afloat? Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.